Welcome to the Planet 63 Virtual Business Matchmaking Show, the next evolution of discovering Philippine and U.S.-made products and services. This is the show that helps create global sales opportunities and bring Philippine and U.S.-made products and services go from local to global. Thank you for watching the show, and now please welcome the host of Planet 63 from Local to Global, Ferdinand B. Soriano.
The Philippines has truly developed a reputation for growing the most amazing mangoes and coconuts that the world has ever tasted. But the Philippines is just more than that when it comes especially to agricultural products. So much more variety and delicious export-ready Philippine agricultural products are bursting. I mean like bursting to break into the global market. Like what, you're saying? What are they? How about jackfruit? Which is now being considered and slowly being used by U.S. food manufacturers to make plant-based food products and meat substitutes. How about calamansi? Have you ever heard of calamansi? Well, it's Philippines' version of lemon. And sometimes I feel like saying, well, it should be the lemon is the American version of calamansi, but that's another show altogether. But I think Philippine calamansi sometimes I think might be even better in so many ways. And you know what? It can be used in so many ways. Like how about muffin mixes? And check this out. Beer. That's right. I said beer, calamansi and beer. That's actual flavor that I've seen in terms of what they use calamansi for. Now, today we get to talk about my personal favorite when it comes to agricultural products and from the Philippines. I want to talk about ube. I'm sure you're hearing a lot about it, right? It's mostly found in desserts, and I'm technically oversimplifying it, but that's a good start. Now, have you been to a Trader Joe's lately? If you haven't, you should check it out because they have this product called ube mochi pancake mix. Now, yes, that's right. I sort of plugged the Trader Joe's in our show here, but they haven't sponsored it. Hoping maybe they would. But in the meantime, yeah, check that out. It has ube in it. It's amazing. Now, hi everyone. My name is Ferdinand B. Soriano, and I am your host from Planet 63's From Local to Global, and also the founder of Planet 63. We are an export marketing and logistics management company based in the United States. Now, the overall purpose of the show is to really create awareness and selling opportunities for Philippine products in the US market. Now, in this episode, I want to talk about a company that I think is the premier source for quality and certified Philippine ingredients. I also want to talk about ube. Ube, right? What is it? Where can you find it? And how do you use it? So, without all that being said, I want to go ahead and I want somebody to help me talk about ube because she is an expert in that. Not that she's an ube queen or anything like that. She is the Philippine Business Development Director for Synnovate and the Sekaya brand. I'd like for all of you to please welcome Judy Abrina. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Bong. Hi, Ferdy. Sorry.
I know everybody can still get that, like Bong or Ferdinand, but to all the Filipino American, they know what that is. That's like a nickname. But to the non-Filipinos, they have no idea why I'm called Bong. But that's another show altogether, Judy. So
Okay.
we'll discuss that later. Anyway, I
Sure.
I sort of made a big deal about ube right now, and this is the time to really, please talk about yourself and why we're doing this show, obviously, and what are you going to be showing us today?
Well, okay. I'm with company called Synnovate, which is Synnovate Pharma Corporation as a whole, and it's the natural products company of Southeast Asia's largest healthcare conglomerate. Um, about me, I head the product and commercial team um, of Synnovate Global Group, and we only started commercializing the products this June. But for the whole of last year, we were building our portfolio and registering the products with the FDA to get it export ready and all of the documentation that's required for global marketing. So, um, well, that's who I am. I've been in the natural products industry for 22 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so uh, I'm I as a pharma company that is more on the healthcare with regard to um, medicines and drugs, but I'm taken in for my experience in the natural products industry, the market, the products.
Well, needless to say, you do have a lot of experience, and that's what I'm excited to work with Synnovate and the Sekaya brand, only because I'm really excited to be able to create awareness for this brand, only because in the US market, there's so much need for awareness of different types of products that are can be
Mhm.
healthy as well as delicious. But in the US right now, obviously, globally, we're all concerned about COVID. And I always want to bring in the topic of COVID, but I don't want to talk about it in the sense that, we're talking about the statistics and all that. I'm just want to refer to it only because now more than ever, there's a need to be a little bit healthier, I guess, if you want to put it in that way, because I certainly am. That's always on my mind. How do I take care of myself? And not be so vulnerable to COVID. And the only way I know how to control that is to eat the right things. And in the
Yeah,
US market, that is a big deal, right? I
yeah,
mean, I'm sure that's what's going on in the Philippines also.
yeah. Well, people are now starting to, well, not really starting, but with this whole pandemic, there's more attention that's put on food as part of your healthcare. It's no longer, when you say healthcare, um, it's taking care of the sick and coming out with isolate vitamins, and they're good as well, but I think the core of any prevention of illness and keeping yourself well is really your food. And this is where Synovate comes in. So we're in the whole food market. We are we are committed to delivering nutrition coming from uh, the least processed type of food, so that it's convenient for everyone, and aside of course from the flavor profiles that some people are missing out on.
Hmm.
uh, we have packaged the the inclusion of food in healthcare, and at the same time, Synovate is not there just for the business, but we realize that this particular business model can really impact, um, the whole supply chain of the farmers to the entrepreneurs, the manufacturing companies here in the Philippines, up to, of course, benefiting the businesses anywhere in the world, and at the end of the day, it's really the country that's also going to benefit from this. So it's this particular business impacts an inclusive community. Majority of the people that impacts in this business is within the Philippines,
No,
as
I
opposed,
completely.
yeah, so as opposed to, because Unilab is a manufacturing company,
Hmm.
and imports products, finished products, and all that. But that's the term, importing. So so it's about time that the Philippines nourishes the entire world with our own homegrown plant-based products. So this is where we are, and we want to be able to contribute to that.
Well, I really like the idea that it's a full circles type of business model, from prevention to cure, and also social entrepreneurship, or rather helping a lot of creating livelihoods for the Philippines, and all of the things that generally speaking can benefit everyone in the Philippines involved in this this industry, agribusiness also. So that's what I like
Mhm.
about it. But what impressed me about Sekaya, not because I'm working with you guys now or Synovate, is that like I said, it's about quality more than anything.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you're export ready. That's correct. And there's a lot of manufacturers, not to say that there's not other companies that are not also quality and export ready, but you're the whole concept of saying Unilab, it's always associated with quality, or it wouldn't
Uh-huh.
be the number one company, pharmaceutical company in the Southeast Asia, right? So to me, that's what I love, because to grow and be thought of as a legitimate player, so to speak, in the US market, you need to have that reputation and back it up with
Exactly.
certifications and
Yes,
processing, right?
yes, yes, yes. Well, because quality assurance is in our DNA.
Hmm.
So we can't, you know, because it's healthcare, you really have to make sure that the quality of the product is there, that you're not delivering pesticides in the product, you're not putting in, that there's no heavy metal in there. So it takes a whole different level of quality assurance. That of course it's like I said, is in our DNA. So it's going to be part of every product that's delivered to the consumer.
And with the thing that you know, with what we're about to do in terms of what the show is about, that's why I'm hoping that we continue to do these shows, introduce, because I think that's what's lacking really, Judy, is the consistent introduction of new products or ingredients from the Philippines, because there's so many. I just mentioned a few, and top of the show, but there's so much more, and I'm hoping that this type of interview and show or live stream, whatever you want to call it, we continue to do this, introduce on a consistent basis what these are. And it's not just somebody who loves the product. If any, all the people watching this right now, is they're getting the information direct from a company that creates quality. And that's what I want. The validity of everything that we're talking about is backed up by, a great amount of data that people can trust, and that's the important thing. And then all the things that you're saying, or we're going to about to discuss today, they can go to the website, they can research the company, they can do all of that. And at the
Mhm.
end of the day, that's what we're trying to promote, not only the different types, but the quality and also the processing of it, which is going to be the amazing. So what I'm going to do now is, before we go to the break, if there's something else that you want to say before we go to the break, we've got an interesting, Judy has, everybody's talking about this vegetable. And to me, it is a vegetable, right? The one that we're going to talk about today, this particular ingredient, what we're going to showcase today is we're going to showcase ube. We're going to talk about ube until our what falls off our ears or whatever falls off. We're going to talk all about ube, whatever we can do. What is it? What do you do with it? And where can you get it? And making sure that you're getting quality ube ingredients. Judy, is there something that you want to add on to that before we
Yeah.
go to your presentation?
Well, there's so much I want to share, but first, in a nutshell, I'd like to show a compressed presentation of what Synovate Pharma Corporation is all about. So,
Why don't we
um,
do that? Why don't we do that when we go back onto, after our quick break? Okay, Judy?
sure.
All right, here we go. Here's the first break. The people that I'm going to be showing are people that support Planet 63. These are the people who have been there trying to support the show and being able to just collaborate and be able to help us promote Philippine products. So here's our first supporter. And we're back. And for those who are just tuning in, I want to remind you what you're watching. You're watching Planet 63's From Local to Global, the special edition. And on this particular edition, we're talking about amazing Philippine ingredients. We're talking about Synnovate. We're talking about the Sekaya brand. And now we get to find out a little bit more about ube, where you can find it, how do you use it, what the heck is it, for one thing. And to help me with that again, please welcome Judy Abrina from Synnovate. Hey, Judy, you're back.
Hi, we're back.
Yeah. So what we get to do is, I think you wanted to show a video of Synnovate. So I'd love to, see that. I want everyone in, our audience to check out how, who is Synnovate and how amazing Synnovate is. So whenever you're ready.
Okay.
And just in case you're gonna have a little problem showing the video, just kidding. What again? We're going to be talking about UBE today, because the one thing that I'm noticing with when I look at social media right now. Oh, here you go. There's the video. Okay, so we're gonna what set us up as far as what this video is about, Judy.
Well, it is a compressed video of what Synnovate is and what the global group can offer to the world. So
Okay.
I'm starting it now.
Okay.
So that's our corporate headquarters. Very
Judy,
good.
before you
Yeah.
play the next video, I just want to, I mean, that's exactly why I'm excited because being, again, when I think of the US market, the US market is very, very much a sort of a not critical, but very strict and always looking for quality in its processing and things like that, right?
Well, that's
But
understandable.
and that's the reason why when I watch the video and all the things that you do, that's really what's going to bring it out, and that's going to make um, Synovate so competitive because you do hold the product to its highest standards in terms of anything that comes out of the Philippines in that way, and it makes me feel better knowing that that's the focus. It's not about just anything except bringing a product that can be globally accepted, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not just about because on where we're coming from, it's really the commitment to nourish the world, right? And
Mhm.
for it to nourish the world, for us to be able to do that, we have to commit to the quality and the purity. And
Mhm.
when you say purity, we even go as far as making sure that the product is is unadulterated, which is happening a lot in in this industry. The practice is out there, and the American Botanical Council has even uh, set out a lot of information and studies about adulterating products. So, um, so we want to be able to lead the Philippine companies, the Philippine agricultural companies, and those that process our food and send it out to the world. That to be able to compete and to introduce our products, we have to satisfy this quality and purity issues, and at the same time really deliver what the products intend to deliver. It's very similar to medicines, I
Mhm.
mean, you go through all of those bioidentical um, tests when it comes to medicines. In this case, we it's well, the bioavailability is there because these are products that are coming from the real um, fresh produce
Mhm.
and processed minimally, so that you're able to conveniently get it out of your pantry and put it on your dish. So that's basically what we do. We're not, of course, getting the fresh produce is the best, but ours is the second best that you can get for products that you're really looking for in terms of taste and nutrition.
Well, the thing that I want to clarify to the people watching us at the moment is that, when I talk about ingredients, I'm not talking about mainly, for food, just for food, right? Because I know that the products, like the one that we're going to talk about today, ube, can be used in foods. But there's a different segment. Obviously, there's another industry that can utilize these products, and that's
Uh-huh.
the nutraceutical industry, correct? I
Yes.
mean, yeah, because I
Yes.
want to clarify that people might be watching. That's just for cooking. No, as a matter of fact, you're creating. The one thing I like about supplements and and vitamins and things of that nature, or some that type of products, because sometimes some, like you said earlier, some products may not be available to be consumed in its freshness, in its in its form, right,
Uh-huh.
in natural form. But it's what having these other types of herbs and powder form, it enables a consumer in the US to experience that medicinal, or rather that health benefit, by consuming it in that form. So kind of to differentiate the two in what market that you're trying, Synovate is trying to go after in terms of that.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Um, we are. It's a simple concept. We're delivering health, and whether that's from coming from herbal medicine
Hmm.
or through plant-based functional food, we're there. We're in that space.
Well, the thing that I like about it also is that sometimes as we do the show, I'm always thinking about who could be listening to us, who could be watching this thing, and sometimes some of the things that we say, I right in the middle of the show, I think of it and I go, well, a brand owner could be watching this video
Uh-huh.
right now, and they're formulating a new product that entails maybe something in the area of immunity, right?
Uh-huh.
A vitamin supplement company, right? And that's what intrigues me or excites me, because knowing that, yeah, they could be used to a particular ingredient now that's mainstream, but they don't realize that there's an alternative ingredient that can come out of the Philippines that could be potentially be better and a little bit more inexpensive. But if you don't do shows like this, those things will never get known. And that's
No,
why,
that's true.
again, going back, I want you to sort of address the brand owner about some of the ingredients that I think, just generally speaking,
Uh-huh.
people could use, the brand owners.
Well, for the brand owners of nutraceuticals, the Philippines has a lot the Philippines has a lot to offer in terms of herbal medicine or medicinal plants. That's from digestive um, remedies such as colic, or you're having a problem with your acidity. You'll be surprised at the kind of products that we have, that is so easy to ingest, not just as a pill, but as in a tea form, in a juice form, and it looks so innocent, like you're just there for the flavor, but it actually has a lot of impact on your health, or whatever uh, acute condition you have right now. So you have like um, like you're having a stomach pain, and we can provide you with the science behind our Philippine herbs that can address that immediately. There's also you're familiar with the cough, with a medicinal plant that we have for cough, that's already being sold in the billions here in the Philippines, and it comes from leaf, right? And products for to help the body manage sugar absorption.
Well,
So
needless to say, there's definitely a lot, and that's what I
there's a
mean.
lot,
And
yeah.
I sort of cut you out there, but I wanted to for them to really understand what you just said, that there's so many, but we need to continuously talk about it, and that's why I'm excited to continue doing a lot of these shows with you, because we can introduce each of the products, right? But because of time, I just looked at what time it is. I want to
Yeah.
go ahead and sort of get to the product that we're going to feature in today's show, because at the end of the day, there's so much to talk about this particular product, which is ube. So before we do that, let me go ahead and take a quick break, and then we want to our supporters again, and then we could dive right into showing the video that we wanted regarding ube. Okay.
Okay.
Hello again, everyone. This is Ferdinand Soriano of Planet 63's From Local to Global, and the special edition. And if you just started to tune in, again, my name is Ferdinand, and today I'm joined by Judy Abrina of Synnovate, the Sekaya brand. She is the business development director, and we are talking about amazing Philippine ingredients. This is our first show regarding introducing all different types of Philippine ingredients, agricultural products that the people need to know more about. I mean, we need to keep doing that. We need to keep exposing the product. I mean, all the things that are available in the Philippines. But for today, we'll just talk about ube, which I'm sure all of you have heard about. And I can't wait for Judy to show some of the videos that she put together. All right, Judy. So you're on. Now go ahead and show the video of the ube that we wanted to talk about.
Okay. But before that, let me show you, because everyone has their own idea or pictures of what ube is. So because we are manufacturing or marketing ube from our partner manufacturer and farmers, I want to show you what we have.
While you're doing that, a lot of people may not realize that people sometimes misunderstand what ube is or similar to like taro, but it's not, right? And then people mistake it for sweet potato yam. But anyway, there you go. There's the video. Let's go ahead and show it.
Okay. Well, this is just a picture. This is the image for the um, so this is a cross cut, of course, of ube and of the ube in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, you have several kinds as well. You will notice that there's ube that that has a lot more white than there is purple or violet. In other countries, I've seen their ube. They look like red beet, and has a smooth skin. Ours has very rough skin, and 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 when you this is pure ube powder. This is pure ube that you see right here, and this is manufactured by just simply air drying it, and when it reaches a certain dryness level with an acceptable moisture level, then it's pulverized, and this is how it looks like. So this is very very different from the ube powder that you see outside, which is like very very deep purple, and that is the ube color. That is the powder that has the ube color. It's not it's not ube root powder. Okay, so I just want to make that difference, because some people would are used to having to seeing ube powder, and it looks like the actual fruit right here, or the actual rhizome, the root. So it's not like that at all. um, and um, and this particular ube that we have here, the powder that we have here, it was if you dry ube, and you pulverize it here, you only get 20% of the 1 kilo. Say you come out with a kilo or a 1 pound of ube, fresh ube. When you dry it and pulverize it, you only get 20%. So 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 this will give you a context of what I'm going to show you, um, as a demonstration of from powdered ube, how it came out to um, from this color to that color, because people are concerned about colors, of course, and the taste and the flavors. So what people know of ube is the sweet and milky, halaya. Of course, that's already, if you taste ube on its own, it really doesn't taste much. It's not as sweet as a sweet potato. Don't expect that. It's really bland, but the flavor comes out. The distinct flavor of ube comes out when you put a sweetener and
Mhm.
a dairy or any type of milk, plant-based milk. So in this particular video, I'm gonna show you from powder and up to the changes in the color when I put in the water, and in this case, I put the coconut milk and sweetener. So give me a few seconds.
And then while Judy does that, of course, I'll stall everybody, right?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's the stream.
Oh my God.
Well, a lot of people. Okay, there's the video.
There you
Great.
go. Okay. Here you go. It's just water.
You just added water there, right? That's all it
Yeah,
was.
it's just water, just to show that just the color starts to deepen.
Well, obviously, people are hypnotized by the color purple. And that's the attraction of ube. But yeah, some people need to know that that's not the color it comes in. Like, and this is
Mhm.
the true. This is true heritage ube.
It is, and that's coming from the ube that I showed you. That is already, the color, the use is very deep already.
Okay. So now that was just warm water. I mean, cold water doesn't matter. And then you start to add. I think
Yes,
that you
and
said to me
oil.
this was coconut milk, right?
Uh huh.
See right there, I have visions of ube smoothie already, Judy.
Uh huh. That was simple syrup.
That was you just added simple syrup, right? Okay.
I added like 2 tablespoons of simple syrup.
Again, just like in the beginning, we said it's going to be a vegan ube halaya.
Uh huh.
For those people who just tuned in, we are watching ube powder, high quality heritage ube powder, become
Right.
a part of ube halaya with
Yeah.
with syrup, hot water, and so far with coconut milk.
That's right.
So this is real time. I mean, obviously you're not speeding it up. That's just how long it's taking it to do that.
Yes. This is a total of about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's up to you how thick you want it. So you can lessen the milk, or you can add more to it, and it will depend on what kind of consistency you're after.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already cooked, and we're pulling it off, and that's how it looks like when you pull it.
Yummy. Like I said, reminds me of a smoothie, a yogurt, anything. I mean, I'm sure it tastes amazing. Was there
Yeah, and
another video that you wanted to show, or was that it?
oh, yeah. Can I just set it up for a while?
Yeah. Well, yeah, go ahead and set it up and see if you can bring it up. But in the meantime, obviously, I did my own little research just to be a really good host here. But obviously, one of the things that I wanted to always bring out is the benefits of ube. And ube in general is highly nutritious for those people who didn't know that. I mean, it just doesn't look great. It's rich in antioxidant. And again, you got to watch the claims, but it's been known, or at least may help in blood sugar. It may help in lowering blood pressure, and then I also may improve symptoms of asthma. And it also actually may, again, you want to always just say all those things because it doesn't. You can't really claim all of that, but at the same time, it's been shown, I guess, promotes gut health and those are the benefits of ube in general. And again, I get back to the what is an ube, and it's a vegetable, starchy vegetable, also known as purple yam, as opposed to, let's see what I read here. You can't confuse it with purple sweet potatoes or Okinawan sweet potatoes. So those are the
That's right.
things. And then also the what do you call it? The taro. Everybody confuses it with taro because anytime you see purple, you always think about it's taro or ube. Anyway, so before I
Yeah.
bore the heck out of everybody, have you got the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just a few seconds just to show you what we created in our kitchen.
Oh,
It's a ube pancake.
oh, great. Love
Um,
it.
just a few
Yeah,
seconds. We can
I
talk
can't
about
wait.
we can talk about the reason behind the health benefits of ube.
Yeah, I mean, again, oh, there you go. There's the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's your pancake, um, ube pancake, and you see how we were able to put it together as a pre-mix. This is how it's going to look like. We but you The reason why I shared this is because uh, when you mix ube powder, real ube powder, with baking powder, as you do in pancakes, or when you start baking it the normal way, because you can use it as in addition to whatever flour you're using, um, without any coloring, it will come out gray. So so and the flavor is not as intense if it's just ube powder. But what you can do is you can make halaya and combine it with whatever it is that you're making, and that's how the ube flavor will come out. So just a little bit of a technical advice there. Um, so you can either uh, get like I said, we do product development, so we're doing that right now for our own Sekaya natural food brand. We're It's packed in servings, in simple in smaller servings, and we'll make that available soon. But
Mhm.
for those who are interested to make their own, we can help you with the formula. What we did was we incorporated a little bit of ube color to retain, of course it's natural color, to retain the color of the integrity of the color of the ube in the dish, in the food. But we can choose not to put that particular color. So
Well, just a quick comment on that. Obviously, when I go on social media, especially here in the U.S., Southern California, you watch all the threads about some people complaining about it doesn't taste like the true ube because people put either ube extract or just some coloring, and
yeah,
it's all good, I suppose, right? But at the same time, that's again going back to Sakaya and what you're trying to accomplish in the U.S. market. These products, these retail packs that you're trying to put together for the market is going to be amazing because they're going to be true, natural, organic
yeah,
ube. And again, I don't blame the people for doing that. The bakers and things of that nature. That's fine. I mean, the reality is that sometimes you eat with your eyes, as they say, right? And you don't really just, you don't. Some people may not appreciate the true taste of ube, but at the same time, you still have to sell products, I suppose. So, but with that being said, that's why I'm excited about the Sakaya brand. Not only are you coming up with that ube pancake mix and ube powder as in its form, and the people can start to make that for themselves, for their home. But again, you're going after the various types of market, the retail, the wholesale, the food manufacturers.
mhm,
I mean, I think if people really are going for the natural and organic, you definitely want to consider, maybe have people really dig deeper into the Sekaya brand. And I know that you're also open to private labeling some of the products. So
Yes, that's
with that
right.
being said, please go ahead and give me some more perspective about where Sekaya wants to go, and maybe that could be our last message, before we sign off.
Um, well, Sekaya is here to spread Philippine ingredients globally, and we will do that in whatever form or whatever formats. Like anyway, we can serve the ingredient distributor, we can serve the toll manufacturer, we can serve the marketer who needs help in putting together a product for their community, and we can serve the consumers and the retailers that need additional products in their portfolio. So but it's simple. We just want the products to be out there for people to benefit from. Going back to ube, um, if you eat ube from Sekaya, you know that you are getting a prebiotic benefit. That there's also a reason why ube is purple, and blueberries are almost the same family, because of its anthocyanin activity. There's also the fiber. This is a resistant starch type of product, and it you eat something really good, but at the same time, you're improving your health each time that you choose to eat something whole food, right? So yeah,
Well,
so Sekaya is here to give you that confidence that whatever it is that you're eating surely is contributing to your daily nutrition.
Well, all I could add on to that is having to have a product or a brand that a lot of Filipinos can be proud of here in the US market. But it's not just about that. It's just knowing that you're creating, manufacturing, processing, and always having a quality mindset, which is probably universal. It doesn't matter whether the product came from this country, that country. The reality is that if it's good, a lot of people will embrace it. Again, we're just here to really create more awareness of it. And Judy, you've been amazing in doing that. I can't wait for our next show. And by the way, do you have a product that maybe you might find interesting for our next show? I mean, give me a little hint here, which one you want to do maybe next.
Well, we can do something about the landan. We're
Ooh.
coming out, yeah. So we're coming out with a citrus moringa muffin,
Whoa.
and yeah. So if you can imagine the flavors, it will include calamansi, the landan, and of course moringa is there with which we have our own antioxidant level.
Mhm.
We've actually measured the antioxidant level in your body with our moringa powder. So
Well,
I'm excited for that.
well,
And
I
it's gluten free.
let, yeah, well,
Gluten
I
free.
can't, let's prepare for that one, only because, like I said, I'm being repetitive here, but the reality is that we just need to keep doing more of this, really have the Sakaya brand totally go out there and market it to a lot of the manufacturers, the restaurant owners, the bakers,
Mhm,
anybody who loves healthy eating. And
mhm.
we got a lot of, we got our work cut out for us, Judy. I mean, this
Yeah,
show is trying to make its own presence known. And with that being said, a lot of the things that we're trying to do, again, going back to creating awareness for Philippine products. So,
yeah.
um,
I'm so excited with this.
yeah.
With this program that you have.
Mhm,
I'm very thankful that you came out with this.
mhm.
It's very well enlightening for. It's going to be very enlightening for a lot of people.
Well, I hope so. I hope so because as much as I've been told that I'm a ham and I like being camera, that may or may not be true. But the reality is just that we need to continue to create this awareness of
Hmm.
Philippine products in general, and this is what Planet 63 does. and hopefully we continue to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I just want everyone to please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel under Planet 63. There will be more discussions, whether it be about Philippine ingredients or market data research that Planet 63 is constantly trying to bring out to the manufacturers. But at the end of the day, I'm very passionate about Philippine ingredients because it's not about just the business, because what it is that if there's more export products coming out of the Philippines, it uplifts the country altogether. The people, but as well, obviously, not just the people in general, but the farmers, which
Mhm.
needs to create livelihood, and that's what Synnovate, Sekaya brand, and Unilab is all about, also. So, with that being said, Judy, I'm going to say goodbye. Do you just want to say goodbye quick?
Thank you so much for inviting me over, and it was very enjoyable.
Well, again, we're gonna do this more often, and I'm looking forward to that next ingredient. And with that being said, I hope everyone has a good rest of the week, and please continue to support Planet 63 and the show From Local to Global. Thank you, everyone.